With Trump's policies trying to put concern over us and the cost of eggs still high, striking the perfect balance between living below your means without feeling deprived is honestly the sweet spot to start building wealth. That's why we're here. Applying these 10 strategies I'm sharing today built a real estate portfolio worth over $1.5 million in just under 2 years. I'm Rosie. You just gotta do it scared. I didn't have someone to teach me financial basics growing up, but that shouldn't stop us. We've got the degrees, we've got the jobs, but how are we really building our net worth? I still remember when I first saw that first $100,000 in the bank. And I said, wow, because I didn't have to wait to get the big job in order to start organizing myself. I had started investing and saving even way back when I was barely making $12 an hour. And seeing that first 100K in the bank, it did something to my brain chemistry, because from there I was like, oh, I'm investing, I'm building. And guess what? Today I'm sitting on an active real estate portfolio. So 1, master your budget. The foundation of living below your means is knowing exactly where your hard-earned money is going. Everything around us is getting expensive. We are extremely busy. So I get it. The idea of sitting down to do a whole budget might not be feasible. But what you can do is at the end of the week or even at the end of the month, if you want to wait that long, is to go into the accounts that you're using. This is why you shouldn't be using much cash. Go and see the credit card statements, the debit card statements, what you are spending your money on. And you know what I used to do, because we're all busy, I would print out the statements and I'll just take a highlighter. Then I'll highlight the major things and then I'll use another highlighter to maybe highlight concerning things. And I did that from month to month. Next thing you know, you see a pattern in your spending. It'll make you more aware so that it's not this intangible thing of just like swiping the card and you just pay for it, but you know exactly where your money is going, and it creates a bit of a subconscious cue as well. So when you're out there, you're more aware of how you're spending your money. So find the simplest way to be able to see your spending. I know there are tons of budget trackers out there that people actually sell that you can use if you want to be a bit more detailed, but I'm telling you, even keeping a high level, just even going through your phone and taking note of it. I like the physical one because every month I had it there, and once I became accustomed to it, I could switch mobile and be able to identify that pattern. What I want you to achieve here is you are gaining power back over your spending. So now that you've got your budget mastered, let's move on to number 2. Pay yourself first. Before the rent, before the utilities, before food, pay yourself first. This is how I was able to save, getting to that $100,000 and invest in an ETF portfolio as well. The idea here for you is no money is too small to start investing in your future self. The key here is consistency. That's how you're going to win at this game, because even before the 6 figures came in for that first corporate job, I had already built the habit to pay myself first and invest. Now, after you started to pay yourself first, I want you to move on to the next one, which is live like you are broke. It doesn't sound tantalizing, but this is only for a season because you're trying to change your financial goals, your financial life. Sometimes certain sacrifices are needed so that we can get to the goal that we desire for our own selves. Let me give you an example. Even when my net worth was good enough to build a real estate portfolio, I gave up luxury living, okay? High-rise luxury living in DC to come to a small town in a small house where my properties were with a white refrigerator.
I was like, oh, not a white refrigerator, girl.
I miss DC nights, but there was more value to me to invest in myself. There's this advice from an old history book that says, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Proverbs 13:11. We have all the tools we need to have peace of mind and thrive financially if we pay attention. So be intentional with your spending. The next time you pull out that card, be consciously aware of what you are buying, of what you are spending your money on. Our 4th one is embrace the power of delayed gratification. We're surrounded by the promise of instant gratification, quick dopamine fix. Buy this course and you're going to be $1 million tomorrow. There has to be a point where you acknowledge that this is not going to happen overnight. However, it is going to happen if I take these small actionable steps. and the results for you at the end is going to be so worth it. Our number 5 is invest in your skills. This is the season to go all out for you. Learn a skill that can provide you some side income to allow you to start investing in the market, to allow you to pay off any extra debt, to allow you to set yourself up for an even more higher paying job, especially if your income is under 150K right now. This is the season to buckle down and learn a skill that will increase your value in the marketplace. We're building millionaires here. Now for number 6, I want you to automate your finances. You're not going to be manually paying yourself. You're not going to be manually investing. You need to set up as much as possible to automate that process. This is the only way you're going to win. This is the only way you're going to increase your credit. This is the only way you're going to grow your savings account, your emergency fund, paying off debt, and investing in the market. Automating my system was the only way. I woke up one day and I was like, wow, can you imagine? Automating your finances also kind of removes the temptation to spend frivolously because your money's already accounted for. Okay, so our next one, use credit wisely. And when you actually start implementing automation in your own finances, it eventually boosts your credit. Honestly, I didn't have to stress too much about my horrible credit because I was automating payments to things. I was creating this process. Next thing I turn around, my credit is also looking real good. A little thing I did to boost my credit really quickly was I started to treat my credit card like a debit card. Number 1, all the points and benefits. But then also knowing that this is money that I was already going to spend, that I have to pay it off, and paying it on a bi-weekly schedule instead of just on a monthly schedule allows to boost my credit as well. So use that credit in your favor. And just like I talked about upskilling, now let's build an additional income stream. With Trump's economic policies creating such volatility in the market, this is the season to double down and find ways to make more money. Stack up your cash, start investing, find the right opportunity to enter the market. This is just buying low and holding for the long term. So find an opportunity to create another stream of income. It doesn't have to be something fancy. Do not fall for this idea that you're going to buy a course or a program and it's going to transform your life tomorrow. You already have basic skills that people are looking to pay you for. Sometimes it comes so easy to you that you wouldn't even credit yourself that someone will pay for it. But I'm telling you, some of the tasks that I've had to pay, especially as a small business owner, you'll be amazed at what someone is willing to pay for. And finally, stay educated. Surround yourself with the right community. This is not the season for everything that could go wrong will go wrong. Oh, even look at us. How do they expect me to live? I can barely do A, B, and C. Oh, can you even imagine? Yes, that is happening and is happening to many of us. But how are you going to set your sail so that you can have an outcome that is favorable for yourself? You're tiring yourself venting and complaining. Now, sometimes we need a moment, right, to ourselves, but very quickly we got to get up and create action and create plan. This is not the season that we're going to be left behind. Create a plan. Is this something you've been working on? Let me know in the comments. Small changes compound over time. This is not the season to be embarrassed if you're living below your means, because people are going to jail for faking it online. Live in peace and build your wealth in peace. Oh, and by the way, you asked and I went to work. I created the ultimate ETF investing guide. I'll put the link in the description. It's accessible and available to anybody. Get it, start understanding some of the fundamentals, and start investing. I'll send you a hello back in your email. So if you're looking for an even more in-depth step-by-step process to create a strategy around your investing, I'm working on something. I've gotten some folks interested who've reached out. So I want you to be plugged in and stay tuned. I'm excited for you to check this next video that I made for you about investing. I'll see you there. You know I believe in you. Bet on yourself, because around here we do it scared.